If you like steady shooting weapons and somewhat versatile at range, then the P416 is the gun for you. What is going on, all you Ghost Recon Wildlands fans? Hey, that rhymed. I'm P416 here, bringing you guys the gun review for the P416 in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Here is the diagram of the gun, literally broken down into pieces so you guys can see what all goes exactly into this weapon. Now, off the start of the game, you pretty much start with this weapon. It is very versatile, like I said. It's not something to really be used at far range. Now, if you were going to use this weapon at a long distance, I would recommend that you switch this weapon over to the semi-automatic version of it, so that way you can actually utilize this to the best of its ability. And I know you guys might be saying, well, why even use that? They have snipers in the game. But like I said, for those people who like to use a machine gun as a sniper rifle or as a long-range DMR, then that is the best way to utilize a weapon such as this, because this is more so a M416. It's kind of like a remake. It's kind of like a combination between the M416 and the M4 carbine from what they described in the description, and this is probably one of my favorite weapons in any game. Now, I did try to aim down the sights at different ways I could do this, at first person and in third person, just so you can see the distance it would take for how accurate you have to be with your shot. Now, for me personally, I would definitely have to use somewhat of an ACOG sight or something like that, or holographic sight, in order to get a better shot on my target. I prefer to use a ACOG sight just because, to me, it makes the gun look better, and it also helps you with your accuracy because you can guarantee your shot will be on target. So that way, if you were trying to do a long-range shot with an assault rifle such as this, then you'd actually be more likely to land your target, and that way you don't have to worry about going into a full-fledged gunfight up close and personal, and that way you can, utilize your environment, and that way you can make sure that you stay in cover and you won't be getting that shot, and you won't expose yourself to the enemy as much. Now, in Ghost Recon Wildlands, keeping your distance is something that you want to make sure you do a lot of, because it is very easily to die in this game. Now, this game is very realistic when it comes to where you get shot at, because if you get shot in the face, I don't know if it's instant death, because I don't know if I've ever been shot directly in the head, but I know if you shoot the enemy in the head, then it's pretty much the same concept. You pretty much shoot them in the head and they're dead in one shot. And, honestly, shooting them, I guess these are not the very tough enemies to face. They don't really have any body armor, so it will be a lot easier to take them out. And it's just something that you have to keep in mind, because if there's a lot of these people, even if they don't have body armor, they can still kill you fairly easily just because you're not really wearing body armor either. And I really don't think that wearing body armor in this game really has an effect on the capability of you dying any faster or less faster if you have it or don't have it. Now, depending upon your playstyle, you might want to decide, well, fuck trying to be semi-automatic. I'm just going to go full in and just go guns blazing. Now, that's fine and dandy if you're going to do that, but I'd recommend that you don't, because I have tried that with a good friend of mine, and we realized that it's not very recommended, because you will definitely get outnumbered, and it's very easily, because they do call in for backup. This is probably a better version of the Division, if you ask me, because the way they executed this game was a lot more efficient than they did with the Division, because Division to me was kind of unrealistic, because if you shot someone directly in the face, it took them more than one shot for them to die, and it was just something that I was just like, this isn't very comforting, knowing that I have to use more than one bullet to kill a person in the face. That's one thing people look forward to when it comes to realism. Now, I know this might be off topic, but I was just so fascinated with the fact that the guy was just looking at my ally, and he was just basically staring at him and basically having a conversation with him, if anything, because he wasn't even doing anything. He walked right by him and was like, oh, okay, that's fine. He's just trying to kill us or whatever, but that's fine. But anywho, like I said, this is the gun you basically start off with at the beginning of the campaign, and it's pretty fun to use in my opinion. It'll probably be a lot more effective once you get more attachments unlocked for it, and I will have gameplay of me actually utilizing this gun and showing you guys the capability of this weapon, to show you guys what it would be like once you have, say, a grip or a scope, something that would just basically utilize this weapon's best abilities. And yes, putting attachments on the weapon does increase and decrease certain aspects of the weapon. You have to keep in mind, if you want high damage on a weapon, then you have to put things on there that will actually go along with being at long range too, because it might be one of those things, I haven't done it yet, but it might be one of those things that if you have a really high range on a assault rifle such as this, then you could be sacrificing the damage output. So maybe if you have a high damage output, vice versa. But I would recommend you guys who want to play at that play style to go for range. You know, you're gonna have to remember that you could end up not having as high damage output, so you have to keep that in mind. And if you want high damage, you might not have a long range, so just again keep all this stuff in mind before you start to decide how you're gonna play this game. And if you want to use a sniper, I don't know, I'll get to that on a different subject, but there is more to come. Now, while I'm sure many of you would like to go in guns blazing, I am more of a tactical stealth player. I like to have my own strategy already organized and ready to be executed, so that you guys, when I play this, you guys can actually see my execution that I decided to go in stealth. Because, like I said, trying to go in Rambo on this game is not very recommended, because it's just you're just too outnumbered. And if it's just you and say one other friend, y'all are definitely not going to have a good time trying to take out everybody, because as you're trying to take everybody out that's in the compound, you have to worry about other people showing up from an outside area, somewhere that you're not even paying attention to. They could even show up behind you. Of course, you had your mini map that shows you where they are on the map. That way you can actually be aware of where they are around you. But at the same time, it's still not very recommended to try and go in here going Rambo, unless you have like maybe a light machine gun, something that has a lot of ammo capacity, because you're going to need a lot of bullets to take out a lot of different people. And as you guys just witnessed, I took out a guy one headshot with one bullet. It doesn't take much to do something like that. And you know, I could go in here and just start trying to kill everybody all at one time, but again, that won't be very recommended. I did mess up here. You guys can see I was looking right through this stupid detergent thing, and it was just really annoying for me to have to try and shoot through it. But while my play style may vary from other people who like to play with the same tactic or even against the tactic and just like to be, hey, guns blazing in this game, then you go right ahead and do so. But again, this weapon is suppressed right now, and while it's suppressed, it to me still seems to hold its damage output. It doesn't seem like it makes it any less stronger or have any less effect on killing an enemy. It seems like it's all the same to me when you put a suppressor on or whether it's off. Now, of course, there will be some missions where you can take the thing off and actually do something other than what is recommended by the people on your team, and you know, you can probably be more effective with the suppressor off in some missions. But like I said, that probably won't be a thing until you get maybe something like the heavy barrel. And even right here, I was up close and personal with them, and you know, I was able to take him out in like 2 shots, 3 shots or less. I mean, it doesn't take much, like I said, but these people don't have any body armor. They're just the regular, you know, people who they're just basically the foot soldiers. They're not anybody special. They're just the people, the grunt workers, basically, if you will. But since the P416 is probably one of my favorite weapons of all time, it's just one of the most versatile weapons and one of the most effective and the most accurate weapons of any kind that I've ever seen. This is probably something I'll be doing a lot of different things with, and I'll probably be showing that off to you guys to show you guys how effective this gun can be when you put different attachments on it. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. If you all have enjoyed this gun review on Ghost Recon Wildlands, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because there will be a lot more videos coming your way. There are a lot of guns in this game that I will be wanting to review. I'll try to do every single gun that comes in this game and make sure that I get that out to you all. If you have any comments or questions or anything I left out or any of the comments you just want to leave, go ahead and do that down below in the comment section. And for anybody that wanted to go ahead and show some support, you're always welcome to rate this with a like button. Go ahead and show us that you guys are enjoying these videos. That way we know to keep them coming and make sure that you guys are entertained by this stuff and actually are getting informed for your own benefit and having your own setup to go along with this, because like I said, there will be a lot of different setups I will be doing with this. I might touch base as I'm talking about a different gun. I might touch base on the previous gun that I had reviewed, and just to show you guys what I've done to that weapon, the previous weapon, and just to show you guys different things you can do with it and how effective it is with that said attachment to it. So again, thank you all for watching. If you all will stay tuned, there will be a lot more coming your way. And on that note, this has been your broadcast. Unpredictable is out.